Good afternoon, Mustangs. I'm Erica Bailey, and you are watching Mustang Nation News.
Don't you just hate when someone coughs or sneezes on you? Coughs can travel up to 6 meters and sneezes as much as 8 meters. Did you know that 3,000 droplets of saliva can come from a cough, traveling speeds up to 50 miles per hour? A sneeze is even worse with 40,000 droplets of saliva at speeds of an alarming 200 miles per hour.
Outside of school, avoid getting close to people who are sick. Don't kiss your boo if they got the flu. Always cover your mouth, cough into your shirt or elbow. Don't use your hands. I repeat, don't use your hands. Don't share drinks or chapstick. Keep up with personal hygiene. Also, if possible, you might want to invest in getting a flu shot to prevent getting sick in the future. If you do end up getting the flu or anything contagious, do not come to school, or you will risk spreading the virus to your fellow classmates and teachers.
The most obvious thing you can do to avoid getting sick is to wash your hands. A lot. You've been told how to wash your hands from the moment you could learn. The act is easy and an extremely effective way to prevent the spread of germs. You should wash your hands before, during, and after eating and preparing food. Anytime you use the restroom, blow your nose, cough, sneeze, and as often as you think about it. To wash your hands properly, there are 5 steps. The first is wet your hands with clean running water, warm or cold. Turn off the tap and apply soap. Second, lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Make sure you get the back of your hands, under your nails, and between your fingers. Third, scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. The happy birthday song, beginning to end, twice is about the time you should spend. Fourth, rinse your hands well under clean running water. And finally, the 5th step is to dry your hands. If washing your hands isn't an option, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer, such as Germ-X.
Make sure you clean off any weight room or gym equipment before using it. This will help with stopping the spread of any germs or bacteria that can lead to you getting sick. Also be sure to wash your hands using Erica's technique after using any gym equipment such as volleyballs or basketballs. When entering or exiting a teacher's room, make sure you use the provided hand sanitizer.
Should you stay home or come to school because you have that big test or because the team needs you to play that night? Making the right call when you are sick. School policy and state law requires that you stay home if you have any of the following: a fever of 100 degrees or higher, have been vomiting or have diarrhea. Other symptoms that may keep you from being at school include extreme tiredness, uncontrollable cough or sneezing, headache, body ache, or earache. A little sore throat is okay, but a bad sore throat could be strep throat, even if there is no fever. Go to your doctor. There is a special test to determine if it is strep. Notify the school if you have tested positive for strep or flu and stay home. Remember the 24-hour rule? Stay home until fever has been gone for 24 hours without medication. Stay home for 24 hours after the last time vomiting or having diarrhea. Stay home until 24 hours after the first dose of antibiotics. Do not come to school, or you will risk spreading the virus to your fellow classmates and teachers.
Once you have finally gotten rid of the flu, the first thing you should do is change all the sheets on your bed so you are not sleeping on any bacteria. This might sound like a given, but also be sure to wash any clothes you wore and blankets you used. Lysol anything you touched or came in contact with, like doorknobs, and even spraying the air around you. Also, throw away things like your toothbrush so you don't put all that bacteria back in your body, especially if you had strep throat.
Viruses can live on areas for hours on end and even become airborne. That sick classmate cough can spread about 200 million virus particles. So stay safe and make sure you're covering your coughs and sneezes to avoid the spread of viruses and bacteria.
Don't forget to order your baseball apparel now before the deadline. Check Schoology for the link to order. Speaking of baseball, make sure to support our JV teams here on Friday at 5 and 7:30. Check Schoology for more information. Seniors, make sure you've completed the online portion of your CPR requirement. You must have proof of completion before doing the in-person class. Students, next week is spring break. We'll be released early this Friday, March 9th. Classes will resume March 19th. Check your grades and make sure you aren't behind in any of your classes before we release for the break. That wraps up today's announcements. I'm Erica Bailey. Have a wonderful Wednesday and stay gold, Mustang.